This story contains heavy themes. Please consult the content warnings below. Come close, speak soft, gather round, sweet children, and let me give you a tale. Come close and whisper. Our haunted mother is wearing sorrow's veil. So, hi y'all. Welcome to Batty Bard's production of Husk, our Tales of the Valiant mini-series. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this story, I would love for my wonderful cast to introduce yourselves, tell us who you're playing, and I guess, I don't know, a fun fact or something. I don't fucking know. You guys know how to introduce yourselves. Go ahead. Whoever would like to go first. Don't all jump at once.
Hi y'all, I'm Apelegeuse. It's Apelegeuse spelled like Beetlejuice, any and all pronouns. A fun fact about me, I've immediately blanked. I can sing the alphabet backwards with very, very good accuracy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool as fuck. Okay. Anyways,
It'll come up in the campaign. I based my entire character around it, remember?
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. Let me
Cool.
add that to my notes. You're so right and so
Of course,
correct.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and popcorn it, baby.
Popcorn Satine.
Hello. I'm Sateenbonnet, pronouns. My name and none, and I'll be playing Ansel the False. Pronouns it, they, and she. And a fun fact about me, I like to cook. Let's just keep it like that.
and does so very well. Just to because I remember what is it? Lettuce wraps that I have had. Okay. Yes. Popcorn, baby.
I'm gonna popcorn it to Duck.
What's going on, everybody? It's everybody's favorite friend, Duck here. Pronouns they, them. Fun fact about me, currently the only obsession I have is I am a coffee ice cream connoisseur,
Ooh.
which I recently found out was a hot take of a thing to like.
Really?
It's specific for one person, but the way she reacted to it made me feel like I was completely in the wrong for liking coffee.
I mean, I don't like coffee like that, so I get it.
See,
But
there it is.
I mean, when you say coffee ice cream, it makes me think of chocolate, and I don't know why. And lastly, go ahead, Blueberry.
Hi, gang. I'm Bluu. I use the they, they pronouns, and I'm playing the lovely Kyrene, who uses he, they pronouns. Um, I can't roll my R's. That's a fun fact about me. I had
Oh,
no
that's
idea I'm supposed to do
right.
that. That's what it's hard.
Very carefully. Oh, yes, and me too. Also, I am Alix. I use they, them pronouns, and I am going to be your game master for this story. So, oh my God, I'm so stoked. I cannot wait to bring you guys into this story. Okay. In the birth of the void, there were two sisters, one dark and one bright. The one of dark matter was the keeper of the root, the weaver of the great circle. She who crafted endings into beginnings, wrought into seed, death into bloom. The one of bright gases was Nazia, wearer of the crown of flame. She, the forger of enmity, the shaper of strife and struggle. She crafted the sparks that grew into ambition, fury, and monumental change. Where the root keeper whispered of peace and reliable rhythm, Nazia roared of vendetta and endless expansion. In childhood, the sweet sisters were united, two halves of a whole, the endless reality of life and death, war and rest. They walked through the rises and ridges of the astral sea in unison, hand in hand. In time, others arose from the void, a gentle voiced, kind hearted healer who spoke of everlasting repair. The healer's twin, a powerful artist who spoke of endless creation and open reflection. And their newest cousin, a calculating bursar with talons of gold and a wicked, fanged smile. The healer took note of the Dark Weaver, and for the first time, Nazia felt her glowing, burning eyes turn to her sister in enmity. In a moment of rage, Nazia strangled her beloved sister and burned her name from the memories of the healer, the artist, and the bursar. The Rootkeeper's name was scalded from the world and buried in the astral sea. Nazia changed her own name and ran away from her shame, pride swallowing her self-loathing. And the Dark Weaver was scorched from the memories of the ever-expanding worlds. This is Husk. The earthen cave is covered in glowing fungus, stalactites dripping bioluminescent water onto the soft and muddy ground below, covered in writhing green vines, thick as tree trunks. In the antechamber, the five of you are beset upon by howling revenants, shambling undead, and wailing apparitions as the lich puppeteers what is beginning to feel a lot like your defeat. The Lich is so sure of his victory, his leathery cranium wrinkling as he cackles and monologues at and openly mocks you all. You all smell the heavy, coppery scent of blood from your own bodies and from the groaning undead armies slowly surrounding you. You've walked into what is essentially a death trap, all told, and you're surrounded. The armies closing and threatening to choke out your lives to put an end to your stories for good. Only she sees an opening. Your healer, your sunshine friend, your favorite druid ranger, Maria, her green and yellow coiled dreads matted with blood that drips from her head. She's breathing heavily, holding aloft her sickle in shaking hands. And she sees the opening, and so do all of you. The chance for someone, anyone, to end this. Before any of you can stop her, before she can think twice, before the consequences can be analyzed, Maria misty steps and brings her sickle down on the leathery cranium of the Lich, much to everyone's surprise. Even more surprising, the Lich instinctively punches forward, his clawed hands viciously ripping through Maria's chest, ripping out her still beating heart. You have but a moment. Please describe for me your final blow and what your character is feeling in this moment as Maria is murdered in ice cold blood right before your eyes. I would like to begin with Ansel.
Wow. Thank you for the first half of this.
You're so welcome.
Let's see. Um, where would I have been on this battlefield? Because most likely I would be in the front center trying to. Is the lynch floating, or is it like surrounded by people or anything?
So the Lich, okay, to paint the picture of where y'all are in the antechamber of a cave. And in this big wide open space there is around maybe 60 to 100 different like lil guys, like zombies, revenants, the like, that are under thrall. And the Lich is hovering up towards the center of the antechamber, but there's a ledge where Maria misty steps and jumps down to land on top of him. He catches her, and that's how she is killed or being killed.
All right. So let's go ahead and get my sheet ready. And because of the fact that I'm going to go ahead and say, because I could have a walking speed of 50,
Mhm.
um I'm going to, as soon as I see that the lynch has buried their hand into Maria's chest and pull it out,
Mhm.
Ansel immediately face. Let me describe Ansel. Ansel's already a pearlescent pink, like dragonkin person. As they see their best friend dying or the heart comes out of their body, their face, their snakes all go slack. Their demeanor looks so afraid. As soon as possible that they do, they will dig in the ground, and a portal will come up that is dark. And they will jump in, and the portal will come up right above the lynch. And while he's dripping out of the portal of the shadow, um Ansel will take their claw to punch the hell out of the lynch.
You're so right. You're so right and so correct. Okay, so absolutely. You To describe this Lich, homie showed up and has been getting tossed around this cave, been turned every which way but loose. That's why he had to call his homies to begin with. Right? So you jump down and punch this Lich in the head, and he goes, "Ah!" and like drops Maria like about, how high up was he? Maybe like 30 feet, I think, because
Mhm.
Misty Step is 30 feet. So yeah, he was around 30 feet, drops her 30 feet to the ground, and she falls into a pile of vines, those thick, writhing green vines, thick as tree trunks. She falls into a pile of those, and her heart falls like splat right next to her. The Lich, go ahead and roll to attack.
Nigga is stressed. Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. I get to attack 2 times, so I
Mhm,
can I'm gonna go ahead and use natural weapons. So let's go ahead and roll that baby.
mhm. Oh, the yes, oh, fuckity.
Does a
Um,
26 hit?
yeah, baby, that hits. Uh, go ahead and roll your second attack.
Alright. Does that hit? 12.
No. No,
Alright.
unfortunately. It's a one hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a technique point
Okay.
and do a stunning strike.
Okay.
So
For the second hit to see if it'll hit?
oh no, because I hit
Oh, with your first one.
successfully,
Right. Got you. Go ahead.
I could do it. So I use one technique. The con save is 16.
16. Okay. A 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So every time now, whoever falls back after
Mhm.
me is what is it? Stun. You have advantage.
Nice. Okay. So, this is how this plays out. Maria steps forward, gets, hayad, and you come sailing through the air and describe how you stun this lich.
Okay, so as Ansel, they did like a little blood shadow bleeding kind of situation. I'll describe them a
Mhm.
little bit more. So like a per lesson as they slow as their claw hand comes to as a fist at full speed. The rest of their as they're put their power behind it, you can see uh the top half is dragonkin, so it has pearlescent pink colors, Medusas all frazzled with rage, and their lion tail on their lion half is switching so fast because they're angry as hell, and they are shouting, "You motherfucker!" and then punch the shit out of him with an open palm on his face just to grab onto it. So it's like a crunching of his skull.
Yeah, and you hear like this audible, and he goes like limp and begins to sort of like float down, like he's got feather fall on. He starts to like float down, um, slowly but surely.
Question:
Like,
is
yes.
Fetafor concentration?
Oh shit, yeah, it is. You're right. Hold on. You're so right. Okay, 12. He kept it. Yeah. So he like manages to he and begins to fall towards the ground. Um
Oh,
Gently.
it's disadvantage on it.
Oh, disadvantage on yeah,
On
you're so
spell
right.
hunter.
It was still a 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it was still a 12. Okay, so yes. The lich begins to float down. Maria is falling into the vines. And this is the moment that begins to turn the tide with the lich. Let me do, because I have a couple of things that there was. So here's how this plays out. With the lich having had his leathery skull cracked, he begins to float down to the ground, spiraling in a very jerky sort of fashion. And with the lich no longer cognizant of what's happening, the lil guys, the revenants, the little undead army that was surrounding him begins to turn and shamble off. Nothing is controlling them anymore. And these are generally self-involved and or mindless creatures. In the way that he had them, handled and whatever. So, yes, they begin to wander off. This is the moment that turns the tide for this party. Next, I will ask Kyrene. Describe your final blow for me, and what is your character feeling in this moment as Maria is slowly but surely being like covered by these writhing vines? And yeah, tell us what Kyrene looks like.
Got you. I'm sorry, but are these vines Morea's vines or are they the Lich's
They're
vines?
they're a part of the structure of the cave. The cave itself is a little fucky.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I think you all would see Kyrene maybe about like 50 feet or so in the air, atop a sort of like it's like a broom, but they're not sitting on it the way one would a normal broom. They're like standing on it, and the broom is like upright, and it is this like board on it for their feet to stand on. And so they're kind of holding onto it and standing on it. And you see Kyrene, this like transmasculine baddie, with these light green to light pink ombre hair. They have these large circular golden glasses and a green and brown eye. They have like these low, long, pointed ears. Tucked in there, like two strand twist, is a rose with a blue eyeball at its center. And you see just a hand outstretched. And I think you would absolutely see like tears streaming down Kyrene's face. I don't think they I don't think any sound is like coming from his mouth right now. Uh they're outstretching like this pink and green clawed hand, and there is this electric green lightning uh coming from his fingertips, at these vines as they cast lightning bolt at the vines to try to uncover Maria and retrieve her body, because that is their goal now, to like try to retrieve Maria's body at this point.
Okay. Lightning bolt, you said. Can
Yeah.
you Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Let me look at your thingy real quick. Can you show me let me hold
Let
on.
me cast
Give
it.
me 1 second. Yeah, go ahead and cast it.
Yeah, so it's like a deck save or what have you, but I also have to roll something because every time I cast a spell,
Yeah, go ahead and
yeah,
roll
then I
that
gotta
for me,
roll.
please. Roll that beautiful bean footage, if you will. Uh-uh. Oh.
Phew, I saved it though. Whew, 14.
Oh god. Oh my mind. Yeah, okay. So this is hold on. Okay. Interesting. I like this. I
Yeah, my save
really
DC
like
is
this.
always 13.
That's dope. Okay, cool. So, let me they're vines, so they are okay, hold on. Okay, and against the lightning bolt, it's a DC 17. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it's
Surprisingly,
a
they
DC
saved.
17 save.
Yeah, surprisingly, they saved. I rolled pretty high.
Fuck. Okay. Well, on a failed save, they take half as much damage.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll that. So they take half of 35.
Half of 35 is, I know numbers.
I'm not a math game.
I'm supposed to be the math guy. I'm failing very badly. 17. Got it. 17. Okay. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So 17, they're still kind of moving and the problem, describe for me what your lightning bolt looks like and I'll explain what happens.
I think it's like, ooh, I can't deny the chance to do this, but it's on some like Azula shit. Oh, that's my
Hell
bitch.
yeah.
That's my
Hell
bitch.
yeah.
But it's literally like 2 fingers are out like a gun, and it is a
Mm.
single streak of lightning that spreads into like these jagged edges and almost I feel like it is trying to hit like at its center the very spot that my ray is like being absorbed in, but it is just like that entire sort of area because it's in a line, honestly, so it just looks like almost like it looks like ivy growing on a building, but it is like lightning, as odd
Yeah,
as
yeah,
that
yeah.
may sound. But yeah,
That's cute.
I
Okay, I
think
love that.
Kyrene is I'm definitely using like all my movement to try to race over there. Um,
Absolutely. So here's how this plays out. You have this like shot of lightning that like grows into these vines and spreads through. And let me see. Some of it does hit Maria. I'm not gonna hold you. But I mean, her heart on the other side of the vine. So, it's all good. So she is being slowly but surely pulled into the vines, pulled down. That is like she's being buried. And as you like send this streak of lightning towards these vines, they like writhe and like build a small, not shield, but like a pad where the lightning hits.
mm,
And slowly you see Mariah's face sink below the vines.
can I think Kyrene would use Misty Step. Could I
Hmm.
use Misty Step as my I would like use the
Is that
entire
is that your bonus action?
yeah, that's my bonus action. I
Okay.
would Misty Step to
Okay.
try to close this distance as much as possible, and then continue to like use my movement on my broom to get to Maria.
Got you. Okay.
So that's a
So
total
you
of
misty step.
60 feet.
That's okay. That covers it because you said you were 50 feet up, right?
Yeah.
Maria is like in the ground. Um, so you cover the distance and you get there.
Could I
What do
I
you
try I reach into the vines immediately.
Ooh, give me a strength saving throw, please. DC 17.
Cool. That's fine. I could do that. Um yeah, I could do that.
I got faith in you, babes.
I wrote a 17. I add
Period.
nothing to that. Come on. God's favorite what? Come
Listen,
on.
and in the back of your mind you hear perfect, and like you like jolt your hand back just in time as another vine thick as a tree trunk comes and tries to wrap around your wrist and drag you down. The broom makes this not difficult terrain. Wait, are you on your broom or are you on your feet? Like when you try to
So
reach
the
down,
broom
which how are you
literally has
situated?
a like pedal for their feet to like be on
Okay.
and like a hand. So
So the
they're holding
broom is on
on,
it.
right? Like they're holding on to the broom. They have like I feel like at the angle they're at, one foot is planted on the broom and they are reaching like diagonally into this like pool of vines.
Got you. Got you. Okay. So that makes this not difficult terrain. So smart move. Um Next, I would like to know where Curtis is in all of this. Go ahead and introduce your character. Tell me what your final blow is. The whole shebigity.
I think Curtis is mainly just like keeping to like the nooks and crannies and dark corners of the caves, as a rogue is wont to do. Um, when he emerges from the shadows, you would typically see a 5'4", very like unassuming, simple sort of grayish brown cloak. Someone with medium brown skin, very close cropped dark hair, and almost impossibly dark brown eyes. But other than that, there is nothing really of note or of import to Curtis's appearance. Their bow seems to be very like lovingly handled and very lovingly crafted, but not magical or anything of that nature. And Curtis is, as rogues are wont to do, sticking to the dark nooks and crannies of the cave. And when they emerge, it's not any dramatic entrance or anything like that. They are very plain looking, very average looking, 5'4", a standard dark cloak, medium brown skin, close cropped dark hair, and possibly dark brown eyes. And they are very grateful for the sort of bioluminescent water that is flowing through this space because Curtis is, as he is frequently reminded of traveling with these band of weirdos, only human. He cannot see in the dark, but he can see with almost too perfect clarity as Maria's heart is ripped out of her chest. And he watches as Ansel's rage and passion and fury manifests into something that can completely turn the tide of battle and send scores and scores of undead running and fleeing and aimless. And he watches as Kyrene's tears sort of stream down his face as they quickly go to try and recover what is left of the body. And I think a switch kind of flips in Curtis's mind as he starts referring to Maria as simply the body. And it is that immediate sense of disconnect and distance and acknowledgement that he is not like Ansel. He is not like Kyrene. His rage and his passion do not manifest as strength. And where his strength lies is cold, calculated precision. And that is what he needs in this moment to get out of here alive. So there is a very steadying breath, and he takes a very lovingly crafted, but very plain, non-magical bow. He knocks an arrow, and he allows everything that is trying to rush through his own heart to simply fade into the background and focus in on this lich that is still not dead. And he will aim directly for its heart. And with the wonderful advantage that Ansel's passion and love saw fit to give him, he will simply shoot it.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage, baby.
Here we go.
Come on, y'all. Kill this guy. You got this.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
good advantage. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, baby love. It sure does.
Wonderful. Curtis knows exactly what fucking time this is. And that is 7 points of regular damage. But I think that the one amount of retaliation that Curtis would allow himself is simply aiming for the heart. That the lich very unfairly still has. So going to roll some sneak attack as well.
Yes. Pile it on, darling. Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
fun. Damn.
Let's see.
With an additional 12 points of sneak attack damage. So
Jeez.
that'll be 19 total.
He didn't have that many hit points left, y'all. He was, I mean, he big, but he slick squishy 'cause he a mage.
That's how mages go.
Yeah.
And I think once that is done, Curtis will immediately like look with a very like not palpable concern, but like this could be very bad and could affect the battle. Like they'll look like towards Breen and how they are reacting to seeing this, since they know how close the two of them are.
Which does bring me to the lovely Breen. Please describe your character for me and tell me what your final blow is and what you're thinking in this moment.
Breen camera pans through all the carnage and destruction to standing there in like full metal armor, but like the faceplate is cracked in like that Power Rangers too much damage kind of way. You see like maybe an eyeball, like half of the face, and it is a look of abject horror on his face. I would like to make a constitution check personally to see if Bream can even move in this moment.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Um,
Considering the depth of what's happening right now and what you explained to me, the DC is 20.
I was hoping it was gonna be 15. I'm down. I'm down. Um, yeah. Here we go.
You got this, baby.
24. 17 on the die.
Period.
I was not confident. No, Bream is shell shocked. Bream, one, I don't think has seen this level of carnage, or if he has, it has always been from his own doing. So there's kind of like a separation from it. Bream, how far is the Lich from where we are, distance wise?
At this well, the brain, not the bream, the lich is like about maybe 10 feet in the air now. Slowly coming down, hovering about over like a stalagmite field. With vines in the center and around. Mhm.
Bream was initially going to jump straight into the vines to try and grab Maria's body, but upon seeing what happened to Kyrene, he reels back. And is going to did Maria leave her longbow behind, or did she take that with her when she ran?
She let her weapons dropped, like her sickle dropped.
Mhm,
Her longbow, I think, yeah, I think she would have dropped that too, like in the course of the battle, because
mhm,
she was
mhm.
wielding her sickle at this point. Mhm.
Bream is going to there's not much I can oh, I'm going to turn I'm gonna use, a bonus action to turn my shard of is it a bonus action to make that transformation? Let me double
Double
check.
check. Oh,
It is a full
oh,
action. Not gonna do
oh,
that. Look,
okay.
Bream is honestly stunned. He
Yeah.
doesn't really know what to do. He can't get close enough. He doesn't have anything ranged necessary to. Bream just watches. There is a level of hopelessness that he is feeling when there's no way to actually help. He can't get up there. He can't get out there. And he just watches in horror as the vines take over Rhea's body. Um, yeah, damn, there's nothing I can there's absolutely nothing I can do. Yeah, he just stares. He's shocked. He's not making eye contact with Curtis. He can't. He's not even he can't scream because Ansel's making the noise.
Mhm.
He can't cry about it because Kyrene's out there feeling that. So he's just stunned physically, like just a statue of armor. He cannot move here. And I feel like even having passed that constitution check, he's aware that he can't move. And I feel like that's what makes it worse for him. It's because he
Yeah.
feels like he can get out there, but he can't.
Yeah.
And he's just going to watch.
So, as the hold on, me. So the the lich begins to descend onto this pile of like this copse of stalagmites, and like as one of them like pierces its back, hold on, yeah, the he falls and like falls over to the side, and begins to be swallowed by the vines and does not save in a strength check because these are big ass vines and this is a half, mostly, honestly, like 5/6 of the way dead lich. So he is swallowed by the vines, and you hear the vines begin to constrict and pull them both down. And the writhing and the movement, the bubbling of these vines finally ceases, and the ground goes still and solid again. Vines inert. I'm gonna ask everyone for, I guess, like a charisma saving throw. I don't know, like just roll me a d20. Just roll me a d20. I want to see like a constitution check or something to see how everyone's reacting.
Cool. So that's a natural one from Curtis. That's just a 1 on the die, which is the lowest number
Is
on the
it
die.
That's
There's no
is it
appropriate.
0. But
is it Constitution you're asking? Which
Yes,
what?
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do charisma?
You can. You with the help of your friend, you can. Yes.
I do think Opal, we see like this violet and like indigo and like navy blue Flender beast, this like fucking 3-foot reptile, like smaller than a fucking Komodo dragon, but like definitely a bit bigger than an adult cat. Appears on Kyrene's shoulders and just immediately wraps its tail like around their neck and presses their face into Kyrene's like the crook of their neck. Um, yeah. Let's see. I got a 20.
It's funny. So, interestingly enough, Kyrene maintains the most composure.
I got a nat 20.
You got it. Okay, well, you maintain the most composure.
I got a 12.
yeah, counting our chickens before they hatch, aren't we, Alix?
I did. I sure did. You're so right.
So the ground
Yeah.
is solid.
Yeah.
May I?
It just looks like tree roots now.
Um, yeah, as soon as the ground feels safe on the 12,
Mhm.
Bream loses all control and rushes out there and starts digging.
Oh, baby.
Definitely Ansel's helping you too, because I'm not doing the strength save anymore, so I'm just like they are like wherever that position is, that they are using their claws as much as possible to dig as helping Bream out, and they're like internally they feel trying to be focused in this moment, but the digging of just trying to go is only thing that can make them feel present right now. So they're just there's no nothing, is just huffing over and over, just trying to dig deeper and deeper into the ground.
In fact, I'm gonna use everything I have. I'm gonna turn my bifocals. I'm gonna take off my armor completely. I can't work in this.
Yeah.
So Bream is then a bald, bronze, um, bronze freckled 5'2" dwarf who consistently is in the tank top because he needs full movement of his arms. And he has turned his shot of creation into like a like an axe and has flipped his bifocals to X-ray vision and is
Mhm.
working meticulously and just only focused on getting through as much of these vines as possible.
Okay. So, how we're going to do this with the aid of your X-ray goggles, I'm going to say you can give me a strength, well, perception first. Let's do perception first to see what you can see. You can do it with advantage because you have the X-ray thing.
Oh, 6.
Let me see. You got a 6?
I got a 6.
Oh no. Oh no.
Bream is not the wisest.
That's fun. Okay. So here's the deal. Maria's body is not there anymore. When you look into the tree, like into the roots, what you see is more wood, and past that, like dirt, essentially. And like solid. Well, honestly, no, not dirt. It would be rock. Because this is like a weird ecosystem in a cave. So yeah, it would be rock.
I don't think he stops digging.
Yeah.
Somebody has to physically move Bream, otherwise he will mine this entire cave out. He's not going to fight them if they try to stop him, but he's not going to stop until someone stops.
Yeah. So
Curtis is in no position to stop anyone. The moment that like Lich is dead, things are fine. There's no immediate threat. Curtis immediately went back into like some like dark, quiet corner, and they're just like in the fetal position, like covering their mouth, like tears streaming down their face, trying not to like audibly sob.
oh baby. I literally did this to myself. What the fuck is happening?
To be fair, for us to be the ones that roll the 1 and the 12, it is like either you are not okay or you are perfectly fine.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So, okay. With that, we are going to okay, and Kyrene, where are you in this moment?
Remarkably, I think it is so interesting that Kyrene is the calmest in at this moment, considering the type of over fucking emotional person that they are. And I
Mm.
think Kyrene had, like, we saw Kyrene fucking reached their hand into these vines and they still couldn't grab Maria's body. And they watched the vines settle and we see like their feet touch the ground, and their broom is just kind of standing next to them. And Kyrene is kind of staring at the mound for a moment with a
Oh,
dimness to their eyes. Yeah, Opal is like wrapped around like their neck and it's like face pressed into their neck. And I think their eyes are just kind of dim and they're watching Bream and they're watching Ansel. And then they go and they just try to look at Curtis. Um, and I think something in Kyrene just is like, this is the fate of all heroes eventually. And they'll put a hand on Bream and Ansel's shoulder. And they just begin the process of gathering everybody, honestly. They'd send Opal to Curtis for a second, but try to get these two up first. Yeah.
I think Ansel says to Kyrene and Brim, "Where did she go? Where is she? Should I keep digging?" Like, I think they're pulling out rocks now, literally boulders of rocks because they because they have the strength, and it's just them. You can see half of their body is already down in the earth, trying to rip off trees, the roots of the trees, and dig deeper and deeper. Their claws are starting to um what is it called when you put in between a rock, it's bleeding as they try to shove it in more, dig it out, and they see more rock. There's nothing under it. They said that if they keep going, they maybe find her. They keep going and they maybe find her. And even with that nat 20, this is meditated to them to the point that they don't want to get out of this moment because they're going to have to think about her being gone. But when
mm.
Kyrene does touch, um, them, they flinch and they push themselves back out and just looks at you with like a devastated stare, and with helplessness at the same time because they don't know what to do.
The weight of that stare roots Kyrene in this moment. I think they kneel in front of Ansel and they very gently take Ansel's hand.
What are we doing? What do we have to do? What do we have to get her back. We have to. Kyrene, you know how to do this. Do you have any spells that can work?
Listen to me. And they are talking in void speech, which they don't do often with Ansel. Like, really, when they're like alone most times, I think that is something like a little sacred for them too. And they'll say, "Miss Sproutling, my sweet little Sproutling, we can't. Maria has to be laid to rest."
But where is she? Speaking back.
I
Their
don't think
voice
she's
is
here.
kind of like echoes. It's like a
Mhm.
echoing sound in Kyrene's mind. And they see Bream still digging. Are you even farther down?
Bream has switched to a hammer and is just shattering rock, just like meticulously. This is a man who moves mountains to find the ore he's looking for. He is going to keep digging. The hole will just keep getting bigger. Anything that looks like it will be close to some part of a body, he will get down on his hands and knees and start excavating. And if he feels it's wrong, he will grab a hammer and continue to dig.
Can I grab Bream? Would you allow me to grab you from the
Oh yeah.
hole?
It's not hard to stop him because he knows that constitution, like he knows. He just will not let himself accept it. He can't be the one to admit it. Somebody has to tell him. He cannot admit.
Ansel puts their hand in the hole, like both of them, because I think they're huge, but like they still need to get two hands to like pull you out, and just hugs you very tight.
Bream drops to his knees and I'm just wail. You've never heard me this loud before. It is like a guttural pain that is just screaming.
Ansel brings you closer. They haven't started crying yet because they don't know, because they're like, what to do. I guess this is what I should do. This is what I need to do in this moment, but they don't know what the plan is. But the only thing they could do right now is just hug Bream, because you're the physical thing that is close to them and Kyrie, but like they want you to stop.
So you guys did it. You won. You saved the Summerlands and the rest of the ever expanding worlds. But the body of your friend, your confidant, your love, your Maria is unable to be retrieved. Her sickle and her bow lie useless and forgotten on the tomb, in this tomb of a cave, and there is no way forward except out. So we are going to take a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes when we're done being human beings and play some more. So, welcome back to Batty Bard's production of Husk. Thank you for allowing us to be human beings. Super dope to be back and telling this story. So, it has been a very long walk through this extremely dense birch forest. And the mood, for the most part, has been very dreary and very heavy. Even the weather seems to agree with you in this tangle of trees. Your feet are tired, the rations are stale, and you're becoming more aware of the hollowness of your stomach and the lightness of your water skins, along with the fact that it has been merely 3 days since the death of Maria. As you continue forth, you see a large break in the trees as the ground begins to slope slightly upward, showing that you're atop a hill. And in the vista before you, you see a bright blue mountain valley of rolling clover colored covered hills and bright flowers. And further down in the basin, you see columns of dark smoke coming from red brick chimneys attached to small wooden houses. The place where you were all originally headed, Maria's favorite town in the Summerlands, Mala. You've made it. You see, as you sort of come down this hill and see this village, how do you guys approach? Are you trying to how are you feeling as you approach?
Tired,
Mhm.
weepy.
Mm.
Truth is, I'm tired.
And that's all we can do.
And I think Ansel, if we were talking about how like where everyone is at, I think
Mm.
Ansel is pretty much in the middle kind of area, walking on all fours. No, they're stressed. They're standing up. So they could put their hands together, and they're kind of like wriggling like this over and over, trying to concentrate because this is the first like half of the time that they're trying to be present instead of just being constantly reminded about what happened in that cave in that place where the heart and how um she looked when she lost her life, and it keeps replaying over and over and again, and it's to the feeling of the the satisfying feeling of the crunch that was laid into the Lynch's head, and is playing over and over and over in its mind as they look forward to the place. Do do I remember this place? Because I was kind of like the last one in.
So you didn't meet Maria in Mawa. Maria has talked about Mawa a lot. And this is one of her like former favorite towns. Kyrene, actually, given how long you've traveled with Maria, go ahead and give me a history check real quick. I'll give you the lowdown on Mawa.
Okay.
And do so
History.
well, yeah, I can't. Yeah. Go ahead. Just go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. That is a 14.
Okay, respectable. So
Sexy.
Mawa
Demira.
Mawa is a town on the edge of the city of Summer. So think of it like the city of Summer is here, and on the outskirts, very, very far outskirts, that's Mawa. It's like an entry city,
Mm-hmm.
border
Okay.
city. And this is an elven and fae homeland. Um, it's one of the places where Maria spent the bulk of her like childhood.
Mm,
She knew like a lot of people here. This was her hometown for real. Um, and you guys had been journeying together for so long, and she had always wanted to bring you to her hometown and like show you the place where she loved to wake up in the morning. And you guys finally have reached this place. And she has made it known that the people in this town aren't necessarily the most kind. They're
mm-hmm.
busy people. You know what I mean? They're paranoid too. Like they live on a border at a in a mountain valley. Like they're not near the city. The royal guard doesn't exist here as densely. And It's just not necessarily the safest position to be in. So because
Mhm.
of that, the people are paranoid and insulated. So they're not necessarily the most welcoming from what Maria has told you. But once they know you, it's more neighborly.
Okay. I think as we're walking, Kyrene like will recall this information and sort of just say to the group, "Okay, we're that that's Mawa. Just be polite, just be kind, and we can find somewhere to rest our head." And I don't know. I remember Maria saying that they're a little paranoid, and let's just come in and move with kindness. And they'll like, flash a smile and keep on walking.
The moment Kyrene says move with kindness, Curtis just gives him a look.
Kyrie like returns the look with like a very like you're the exception, so you're fine type shit. I can smile enough for the
Curtis will
both of
nod
us.
and fall in line.
Bream hasn't slept in days. Um, this entire journey, Bream has always offered to keep watch, and like keeping watch for Bream is leaving a stone that kind of like makes enough noise that gets people's attention as he like goes off into the woods and spends his nights forging because he can't sleep, and then makes it back before everybody gets back up. He's like kind of like got everybody timed to like a system, especially in this state of mind. And Bream has not slept. He's out of his armor and he is present, but you can tell like he's not fully here. He hears "be kind" and is just like understood, and it's like quick and easy, which you can tell like, oh, okay, we gotta. How do we treat this specific person in this moment, kind of a thing.
Is Bream still cooking for the party? Because Bream cooks for the
Yeah,
party, right?
there's a hot meal every night. It is not soulless in flavor, but you can tell like there are more Maria themed dishes than normal.
My fucking heart. You're making the whole fucking
My
party suffer. That's
heart.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, everybody's gonna
That's
feel it.
fine.
Okay, cool.
And it's not intentional. It's just like his mind just can't move past like favorite dishes and what's
Mhm.
quick and easy. And oh, I know like where like foraging things that are like have always been the same whenever Maria brings things around. It's just a bunch of that over these 3 days. It's just been good food, but it's like this is not food I want to eat right now.
Yeah. Kyrene has been sending Opal to watch after Bree during this time, just as like a silent companion. I don't think Opal would engage in conversation, but just like a very much a distance, but like a comforting, like you're not alone in this kind of presence.
I think during those 3 days, Ansel would be sleeping with both you and Chris. Let's be in the middle like that annoying cat.
I'm fucking dead.
Y'all know those memes where it's like my partner, they're stuffy, and then like the other partner is like facing the fucking wall.
Oh yeah,
That's
and then
Kyrene and Ansel and
the
Curtis. Like Curtis is facing the wall, annoyed as fuck, while Ansel like Kyrene is like cuddling and Kyrene is like consoling.
Hugging.
Ansel, yeah.
Mhm.
you know, arms crossed, pouting. Me, my partner, and the pearlescent fucking warrior monk.
Yeah.
So the four of you, you make your way into or down the road heading into Mawa. And I'm going to ask here for a perception check. I'm going to show you guys what you see and how high a number you get determines how much I tell you.
Big bet. Robe of eyes. Where you at, sexy? Hold on.
I got a 12.
I get
You got a 12?
advantage on perception checks, and I can see invisible creatures and objects. Just FYI.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ansel
I got a
is. Oh,
Brim got a 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got a 17.
You got a 17.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little mechanic to note, I would highly encourage y'all to use your luck when and where you can.
I do.
Be-
You know what? Can I use mine in this moment? Then I feel like I want to bump
absolutely.
it up. I'm gonna use one of my luck
For the
points.
people new to the Tales of the Valiant system, what's luck,
All right. So
Alix?
it's this fun little thing that like basically you can add a +1 to a roll. It's a 1-for-1 corollary. You can only have 5 at a time. And it's encouraged to spend it because it's a very fluid resource for the GM to give and for the players to earn just based on the way that they roll.
Mhm.
So
Oh, and
yes,
for 3 luck points, you can do a reroll.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that little detail. Yes, you can.
Gotta write
Luck
that
is
down.
it's really dope. Anyways, the point is use your luck when and where you can. How many luck do you want to use, darling?
Sorry, I want to use. I'm just use a cute little sexy one luck. That's all.
Okay, 18 will do. The closer to 20 you get, the
Oh,
better.
whoops. How do I?
well, Curtis got 21.
There we go. The closer I get to 20, the
Mm,
better. I'm gonna leave it at 18. I need to
okay.
reserve luck.
And Curtis, you got a 21, baby?
I got a 21.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So, let me tell you what you see. So, on a 12 and an 18 and a 6, interestingly enough. On a 6, you're kind of looking at the like just straight ahead but towards a middle distance. So like yes, but also no. Like you're seeing things but you're not seeing things. And on a 12 and an 18, what you see is there are garlands of pastel banners and bright flowers hanging from all of the buildings. Um the sun has begun to set behind the mountain, and as you approach the city or the little town, you hear a bell chime 6 times. A bell from a bell tower in the center of the city chimes 6 times, counting the hour. It's 6 p.m. Um, and you see that there is a sort of like a festival. That's what it is. It's a festival. You see little tents, like little canopies. Um, you hear like tinny sort of like flute music, and you hear people like dancing a jig. You like see people drinking ale out of like these like brass mugs. Um
Yeah. Do we see what the banners say? Like, do they have words on them?
Yes. You see that they are all the same shade of like a greenish bluish kind of color. Um and there is a stenciled drawing of a feast, like a plate of piled food and whatnot. And it says the Viridian Feast. And in on another banner, it says remembering what is forgotten. So on a 21, was it Curtis? A 21, you see
Yes, indeed.
the people inside of the like town. As you get closer and begin to walk on the outskirts of this little town, you see people are, hey, howdy neighbor, how you doing there, stranger? Good to see you. Welcome to Maua. You should join us for the Viridian Feast later. And you see like people are like, you walk in and they speak, like people are saying, hey, what's up, how you doing? And you hear like loud, not loud, but like present children just sort of like playing a little child's game. And then like you hear they all begin to laugh like in unison in the exact same way. like ha 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 ha, and they are like talking amongst themselves again, and then they begin to laugh in unison in that same way, children at play. And as you begin to walk through the town, you notice one thing that seems to be everywhere. Curtis, you see a flower, a very specific flower, something that you've never seen before. I'm actually going to see if this will work. Okay, y'all check y'all's journals real quick and tell me if you could see this. All players, show players. Okay. The flower that you see
Mm-hmm.
is a pale lavender 5-petaled flower with pointed red stamens at the center. Um and uh you see that it has leaf blades that sort of uh carefully curl over themselves, and they're covered in these thin red very small tentacles that are tipped with a like translucent sparkling sort of nectar. And you hmm
Do we all
if
see the
you
flower?
eventually, yes, Curtis gets first blush,
Yeah.
but eventually, yes, all of you do catch up and sort of notice this. And so you see this flower that you've never seen before. Let me know, could y'all see this journal entry? Did y'all see it?
Yes. Yes. It looks really fucking cool.
Did
It's
see it.
fucking gorge.
It's not in my journal entries like permanently, but yes, I can see
It's just
it
I'm
up
now.
on the
so
screen.
pleased. Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
Delightful.
Okay.
Is it a way for us to make it part of our journal permanently?
I'm not sure. I'll figure it out
Okay.
before tomorrow though. Um okay. So you guys see this flower in various sizes, various iterations. Some of them are potted, some of them are grown in little garden beds underneath windows. Some of them are pinned to lapels or pinned into hair. And you see like these small they range in size from as tiny as a dime all the way up to like a voluptuous bush. This flower is everywhere. And it's done tastefully. Like it's not permeating the entire town. Like there are arrangements and whatnot, but like this flower is what everybody seems to have in common. And as you continue to walk through the town, you see like one of the ladies, as you like take notice of this flower, you see one of them hands out like a flower to you. I see you noticed. Did you want to?
Curtis has already been looking immediately disgusted at everyone greeting him. I think that when someone like approaches and like offers a flower,
Kyrene
um,
intercepts.
Yeah.
If Curtis would allow,
yeah,
Kyrene would intercept.
Curtis is like
Mhm.
looking down at this flower and then like opens his mouth to say something, and that's when Kyrene like intercepts.
Kyrene flashes a bright smile, and they're like, "This is beautiful. Thank you so much." And they have gloves on right now, like with their like leather gloves, and they
Mhm.
will gently grasp this flower. And can I roll a nature check or something to see what the fuck
Yes,
is
you
the tea about
can.
this
Please
flower?
do. Mhm.
Um, because I have
Please do.
herbalist tools, can I use my herbalist tools? Like, can I click my glasses? I feel like and
Oh,
just
I see. Yeah.
look
Go
at
ahead.
them through that.
Like
Okay.
plant vision.
Yep, plant
Not
visioning
plant,
some shit
not
right
plant
now.
vision.
Okay. That's 22.
Oof. Yes. Okay. So this flower is called an Idoline blossom, and it is. Give me,
If it's face shit, you already know.
yeah, give me a history check also with advantage, please.
Okay.
So, because it's both.
his history, or could I bargain for an arcana in this moment?
Yeah, that makes sense to me too. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank
Either way, it's with
you.
advantage.
18.
18? Okay. So an Eidolon blossom. An Eidolon is a ghost. An Eidolon, sorry. Did I say Eidolon? I don't know. I speak English. Anyhow, so it is a ghost, a specter, something, or an aspect. And as you take hold of this flower in your gloved hands, you see the petals begin to sort of, or the leaves begin to sort of ripple in a wind. Um, and that's what you gather from this, is that this is a carnivorous flower. Um, and it does range in size very dramatically. Um, So it's also giving like weed, like an actual plant weed, you know what I mean? Um, Sort of like a
Yeah.
dandelion or mint.
Mhm.
uh,
Ivy. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So that's what it's giving. From even with that, this flower is also extraordinarily rare. So to see this
In
much of
abundance.
Eidolon blossom like in multiple iterations like this is buck fucking wild.
Hmm. Would I have like any notion of like how? How would it have been able to like been cultivated like this with it being
You
so
got an
rare?
18 on Arcana, correct?
Yeah. And I got a 22 on my nature check for
You
it.
did get a 22 on nature. So the with that in combination, what you can gather from the way that this was propagated is that this is at best an infestation of unknown like proportion, or there's some something stank a little bit. You feel me? Like it's something weird happening.
Yeah.
It's something fucky. And you can smell as you like take this flower and examine it and like think back on what you know of its origin.
Mhm.
From that, the history check. Uh this flower is becoming representative of, how do I phrase this? It's becoming representative of like, it's like a new craze sort of thing. It's like Labubus. You know what I'm like, just a new trend sort of thing. And so you're beginning to hear about it more in the common zeitgeist and stuff. Even before you were coming here, like
Yeah.
this was a thing that was becoming more popular, is like corsages and shit like that.
Like fashion in such a way, or people using
Mhm.
it for like magical purposes and spells and like the like.
Yes, and
Okay.
mhm. It's just something that's becoming more popular.
But which I
And
know. I'm so sorry to keep asking questions about this, so I can stop
no,
before.
please. You got
But
high
like,
you got high numbers, so you're good.
I'm like, okay, so now I'm wondering, like, okay, with it becoming a new craze, not just in fashion, but also as a spell component, what about it is making it so?
Hold on one second. Let me take a look
Okay.
at your
You've
sheet.
gone to the notes. You got them in the notes. You got them in the notes.
I'm typing furiously. I'm trying to like switch between being mute. Like y'all don't hear me typing this shit. It's hard over here.
Let
Ugh.
me see here. I'm just trying to see. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this.
Okay.
Um, you have, frankly, no goddamn idea where this flower's popularity is coming from.
Okay.
But you know someone who might.
Oh?
Mhm. You got friends on the other side.
Ah, my lady, my liege.
Mhm.
I would love to talk to my patron, but and you can like tell me this. Is our link ups something where we have a bit of a casual like knock knock, in the brain palace sort of situation, or is it more of a I need to kind of be like set a mood and I need to be like sitting, you know what I mean, and
I
of like kind of
mean,
more formal situation?
y'all ain't strangers, but she is a lady, so treat her nice type shit. You
Exactly.
feel
Right,
me?
right, right. Kyrene
Yeah.
will like think of her and be like, that's for a later conversation once we can get settled like at an
Mhm.
end then.
Yes.
Okay. Kyrene, like, clocking all this information, like, okay, this stinks. They will they kind of take the flower and they say, "This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Isn't this such a lovely flower, Curtis?" They fully turn their back to this woman for a second and like looks at Curtis like this is some bullshit, and then turns back to the woman with a beautiful smile. And it's like, you could offer some assistance. My party were extremely tired from this long journey. Are you all accepting guests? Is there any way to stay at a local inn?
Oh, absolutely, darling. You can come and stay at the Viridian Inn. Now, I do have one bit of intel.
Oh,
You're
do tell. I
going
love
to
gossip.
want you're going to want to stick around for the Viridian feast. We have you all look famished, frankly, and as though you could do with some rest. And we would love to show you some hospitality. And we welcome you to stay in our inn and indulge in our feast and celebrate the Viridian feast with us. It would be an honor to have you.
Kyrene just is like,
Is the food free?
Of course. Why wouldn't it
We'll
be
be
free?
there.
Wonderful. Well, allow me to show you to the inn.
and while we're walking, Kyrene will ask her, like, so what is the Viridian feast exactly? What are you all celebrating?
I didn't expect you to talk.
DM's got a snack, y'all, and that's okay. Damn it.
I had to eat it. I had to eat a gumdrop. Okay. So what you see is this like 4'3" like fae woman, blue skin, deep like fuchsia purple like beehive hair that makes her easily like 4'11. And she's got like triple XO nails, like, and she's like flitting on like bubblegum pink wings as she leads you forward into this city filled with fae and elves of all colors, shapes, sizes, and creeds. And they are all wearing or have access to this flower in some way, this eidolon blossom. And she leads you forward into the center of the town where you see like a little tavern, and it's a two-story building. So you've got like a nice size rooms up there, and around outside of the tavern, you see like a town square. And in the center of that, there is a like cone shaped structure made of branches. So it looks like those modern Christmas trees except made out of branches. It looks like that. And at the very top of this structure is like a handle, almost like a long trunk of a tree almost. So there are you see like kindling, and it looks like a pyre of sorts, like a ceremonial pyre. And around this pyre is like tables, curved tables piled high with food and wine, meats, vegetables, fruits, all kinds of delicious food. Um and you see people are beginning to gather at these tables, and they're like, snacking here and there, and the little fairy lady leads you into this tavern and flies you up into the rooms, and she says, I'll make right with Chester downstairs. You're all good. Enjoy. And she disappears, leaving you with the Eidolon Blossom and to yourselves. So, and you do hear like a conversation downstairs.
Um,
Are
what?
all the rooms separated? Do they give us each separate rooms?
I think they gave you 2 and 2.
Oh, okay.
So 2 double rooms. Yeah.
Can I use Druidcraft in this moment to revert this flower back into a seed form?
Hmm. Let me see.
Because it says I can make a flower blossom or a seed pod open. I'm like, could I do the
Could you do it in
reverse?
reverse?
Yeah.
That does make sense. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check real quick, just to see.
Okay. Because I just don't trust this flower. Like
That's roll.
18.
18?
I'm rolling
Yeah.
so sexy tonight, guys. Nothing
Yeah,
bad
you
is
are.
ever gonna happen to me.
So you see. Okay. Here's how this plays out. So you rolled really well.
Yeah.
But what you notice as you try to revert this flower's like stage in the life cycle, it begins to like writhe and wriggle in your hands and begins to do like that, like it's trying to chew, like it's trying to eat. Um and it does not revert back to a seed. If anything, it seems to get like longer, as though it's reaching for something further down.
Further down,
Right.
what?
Well, functionally it's pointing down, like it's
Like
growing
it's
down.
trying to. Do I get the percentage? It's trying to plant itself.
Mhm.
Kyrene will do that. Just open the window and toss it outside.
So out goes the
Yeah.
flower, and you guys are on
Wait.
the second story. Mhm.
All that skepticism about
Actually,
that flower just to throw it out the window.
right? No, I was gonna say. Actually, like I have herbalist tools. Can I contain this flower inside one of my tubes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna just pop a cork on that bitch and contain it in there.
That makes sense.
So
I don't
funny to
get the
just
sense it's gonna
imagine you
break out
going.
of this
Yeah.
flask.
No.
Okay, I'll study that
Because,
later.
I mean, once you
Curtis is
stop
just
trying to
staring
revert
at
it to the
Kyrene
seed.
like.
Okay, I'm glad you said something. Clarifying question about the room.
So, well, hold on.
Mhm.
First of all, I have a question about the rooms because, like, we do got 2 rooms. So,
But
like,
we've
what's the
established
situation
that
here?
Ansel is sleeping in the same bed as Kyrene and
Once we
Curtis.
get to the end, I'm sorry, Ansel is getting pushed into Bream's room.
So my
So
question
sorry.
is Bream a room to
Already,
himself?
like I think Ansel is like already kind of like watching you with the flower, and they were going to reach out and smack that shit out of your hand, but they see that you bottle it up, and they're kind of like retract their hands, and they look to you, then Curtis, then you again to see which room you go to.
Kyrene will say, so, as we can see by that beautiful demonstration by me, don't fucking take these flowers. There is no reason why this particular flower should be growing in such an abundance here. This smells horrific. So please keep your wits about you.
How much trouble can flowers be? That's not dismissive. I don't know anything about magic.
No,
Are they like used for like spell components
they can
or
be,
just
yes.
bad vibes?
This flower is extremely carnivorous, and as we saw, it can grow in a very wide variety of sizes. But I have never seen something like this before. I tried to turn it back into a seed, and it grew. And it's been popular lately and being used as like corsages, but also as spell components, but I'm not sure why.
How popular?
How popular, Alex?
Medieval Labubu.
Medieval Labubu is
All the
crazy.
kids are talking about it.
Oh my God.
No, so it started most commonly as a spell component.
Mhm.
And then people seem to just take to the way the flower looked. And so it became like popular at florist shops or whatever. Like a wizard wore it as like a hair clip one day
Mhm.
out in like fantasy Las Vegas or something.
Kyrene will say, "Well, I mean, it started as just a spell component, and then people just like the way it looks. I mean, it is beautiful, but this has to be an infestation, and if it's not, then it's probably something worse. And I'm willing to bet it's the latter."
Well, if it's carnivorous, and I think Curtis kind of like looks down, and I kind of go far away for a second. I mean, if it's carnivorous and there's this many of them, then what are they eating? I guess is the question that I really don't want to know the answer to.
Kyrene just rubs their temple like, "Fuck, I don't know." Like, I like very much. I don't have the capacity to even begin to try to unfold that shit.
Stomach. You hear like this really growling stomach in the background.
Kyrene
So
looks
does
at
that
Ansel.
mean? So that
"Are you
means we
hungry?"
can't eat the food.
Mm.
Look to Bream.
Also
Curtis will
looks to
also look to
Bream.
Bream.
Yeah.
Um, Damn, I was hoping y'all wouldn't look to me. Because honestly, Bream's not focused on the flower. Bream doesn't care about the flower. Quite you. Bream, we're here for a job. We don't need to solve a flower. We're here to bury a friend and get on the road. If something's unsafe, I will let you know. But we are not here to solve this town's issues. And then Bream's gonna walk out the door and go pack up his room. And I feel like what are we here for? Like, I know we're here to pay respects and bear Murray, but like, what about here? Like, I know this is a town, but there's a place we're supposed to go to. Is there like, if we don't, how we haven't been here, at least Bream hasn't been.
No, this is Mariah's hometown. So this is where she wanted to bring y'all.
So we look for next of kin. We look for like any information we know from her stories about this place, where
Mm,
she would like to like, where we can have like some kind of homegoing ceremony.
mm.
I feel like that's where Bream's head is. This is a detour in like our grand scheme of things. And though Bream fully respects Kyrene's instincts, never wrong. It's one of those things where it's, if we get involved here, what are we getting involved in? We just saved the world. What more do we have to give up right now? What can we afford to give up right now? And so Bream, it's, we're here, we get in, we do what we need to do, we get out. There's no reason to take on unnecessary stress, unnecessary harm, put ourselves in danger for what? Bream acknowledges, like like understands the concern, sees everybody around. The kids are weird. There's flowers everywhere, but cannot let the heroic desire of the party supersede why we're here. So we'll move with caution and encourages the group to move with caution, but is not outright looking for a fight with a plant that we know is big. But if the infestation is here, then they must rely on it. There must be something going on, and we can worry about any of that if we come across it. But we're here for a job. We're here for a thing. And we'll go put his stuff down in the other room and probably head downstairs to ask questions.
So does one of y'all go? One of Kyrene and Curtis go in your room.
Kyrene will pat Ansel gently on the cheek and will say, maybe you can keep Bream some company, and I'm sure Bream can find some food for you as well.
So I'm gonna put my things down in the room first. Do you
Go
open
put
the
them
door?
down in Bream's room. Go put them down in Bream's room immediately.
Ansel look at you.
like looking at each other.
No, like it's like slowly like that sad puppy look.
No. Can I roll a Constitution saving throw to not be guilt tripped into this?
Give me a charisma saving throw. You give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I love that y'all are so goofy, and I'm just being like, I've got to play the heartbroken, sad boy.
Wait, what do I have to roll?
I think seeing this.
Persuasion with advantage, please.
Okay.
I want to
I think
joke
Kyrene
so
looks
badly,
at
but
Curtis
I'm
like,
like,
help me.
No, listen, listen. We're here. Like you were talking about like how Bree was. Curtis like, I don't care what's going on. I just need to know where the landmines are so that I can avoid it.
Okay,
That's so real.
So you're able to withstand Kyrene.
Kyrene is like,
Y'all
wanna
describe
take
for me what
Opal
this
with
exchange
you?
looks like.
truly staring at each other. This like cute, like in puppy dog face, and I think Kyrene is just like,
Yeah, like all the
Ansel.
snakes are looking at you and with the little frown too, and like
Oh my
looking deeply in
gosh.
your eyes, like they have like goat kind of like eyes, but
Mhm.
it looks like a ooh moment, like going like this.
Kyrene,
Put your foot down.
Kyrene puts their foot down. They're like, how about, listen, would you like Opal to come with you? And like Kyrene looks at Opal with like a wordless like, please? Will you
Opal,
please?
you hear Opal go, could be fun.
Could be fun. Opal
All
talks
right.
in Fae. Yeah.
I think Ansel kind of looks to you and sees that is not going to happen, and I
Mhm.
will go ahead and wait. You said Bream ready went into the room.
yeah, went to the room first, put stuff down, then left.
I think they will. They get the drift and they go into the room.
There are
Put
snacks
their
on the bed
stuff
waiting for
down.
you when you get into the room.
Eat the snacks quickly with their unhinged jaw, and they go with Bream too, because they don't want Bream to be alone. That even if they wanted to be in your room, they don't want Bream to be alone.
I was gonna go get us into trouble.
Okay. So for Kyrene and Curtis, are y'all staying in the room?
Yeah, I think I'd stay in the room.
Okay.
Curtis will kind of regard Kyrene for a moment. I don't know if it's safe to eat here. I don't want to take my eyes off Bream.
Kyrene, like, I feel like had lay on the bed, and then Curtis spoke, and they like blinked, like a very slow blink, and then just got right back up, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking
You can put some
tired.
stuff down if you want, and Curtis will, without putting anything down, just head back downstairs.
I think Kyrene would shout after him like, you can too. Do you wanna? Maybe.
Gone.
Oh God. She
So
just
y'all did all
wants-
that, and I
he just
cannot be in a
wants his
room.
rocks. He
I
just
think
gets his
Kyrene
rocks
will
off.
like lay back down. Actually, they're like, okay, well, I'll do it then. I will catch up, and they laid out.
Ansel heard that there's something weird going on. I think I'm gonna go try to hang out with you, Bree. I should not be leaving with my devices because if I start talking to somebody,
Bream sees you next to him. Not that much of a height difference. It goes, come on.
wait,
It
how
goes,
tall is Bream?
Bream's 5. Oh, you're 7 feet. Wait, who's
Yeah,
7?
like-
You're 7
I'm
feet.
dead.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge difference.
Like, you know how like a dog will run up to
Curtis
you?
is
Huge
close
difference.
behind. Curtis is like 5'4".
Curtis goes, come on, kid. And then just they go downstairs. And you said we heard conversation. I think if I could
You
catch like the
did.
tail end of that conversation, I would love to. I'm looking for
Go
the same lady as before, or like any kind of innkeeper gossip type.
Yeah. So, okay. We'll get a perception check for funsies.
Jesus,
Oh my.
why am I getting a -1 on stuff? I have
What is that? Hold on.
that should just be a 7.
Why is that like that? We'll check that out. It's to be a 7. It's still, you don't hear
Yeah,
much, just the
I
same.
Wisdom is my dump stat. I have nothing in wisdom. We are not gonna be.
That's
We're
so
not making the
valid.
best decision.
I think.
I mean, but
go
I
ahead.
mean also like grief and
Yeah,
such.
100%. No.
So what you hear at the end of this conversation is can bring them out. Absolutely. I mean, they look like they're starving, the poor dears. And that's when you like come down the stairs fully and are seen by this Fey woman.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, thank you so much for all your help. Everything you've done for us is phenomenal. We
Oh,
would
of
like to
course.
hold off on a meal for the time being. We're restless. We need to get some rest first. We can't really eat, and you can't sleep after a big meal. You got to stay up for a bit of time. We just want to get off our feet, cozy in, unpack, get our bearings, figure out where we are. We will take that meal once we are fully settled. Do you have any information about the family?" And I'm gonna just like describe Maria as
Mm,
much as I can while staying put together, like
aw.
just physical characteristics.
Got it. Okay. So mm, deception check.
Mhm. Now I'm rolling phenomenal. So that is a
um
6 on my first one, and this is a 19.
Got it. Okay. So, you are able to describe Maria with cool clinical efficiency. And this Fey woman goes, "Oh, of course, Maria's family. Yes, they live just on the other side of the inn, on the other side of the street. Um, whenever you're ready, the feast isn't for a few hours, and it goes on all night, so there's no rush. Please take your time, rest, sleep. um you do look road weary. Is there anything we can do to help you?"
Do you have a forge, like a smithery, a blacksmith? And I'm listing off things that are both useful for us, like to like retool and get ourselves back on our feet. Any kind of like shops for like just like stocking up on like potions and things like that. Because I assume we have to like fight just minor beasts just to get
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Um,
y'all are very much in need of a long rest.
any kind of like natural, like wonderful sights that are fun, like just like good views, things that like sound
Mm.
like Marie would be interested in are things I'm gonna ask about.
Mm.
And I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask Ansel, can you please go upstairs and tell Kyrene and Curtis we'll be going across the street within the next hour? Just to give everybody a time frame to sit still. while still being like, we're on the move. Because I do not like the fact that this flower is here. And it's the bells of we will have to deal with this, and Dream's like, I don't want to deal with another thing. I want to
Can
focus on
I
this.
can I do a perception check to see if I notice Curtis behind me? Well,
And,
would Curtis
well,
announce
a
himself?
perception check. Yeah. How are you approaching Curtis? And how quickly did you come?
I don't think Curtis was like too far behind, but I don't think Curtis was in any rush to like rush after Breen. I think Curtis would have tried to like just make a general note of like while they are going downstairs, they're trying to make a note of how many rooms in this inn are occupied that are not them. So just like looking for like any like dusty boot prints. I'm looking for any like sort of jostled or like closed or locked keyholes. I'm looking for any details that might be able to tell him how many people in this town are currently like travelers or are currently like not from here, to get like a sense of like, okay, how sore thumb are we, or how is this like a like town where people travel to frequently, or is this like an event that people will travel to frequently for?
Got you. Perception check, please. DC 15.
Lovely. Damn. Another 21.
Not bad, not bad. Okay. So, this inn is immaculately maintained. There's no dust on the floor. The other rooms, so there are 8 rooms. You have 2 rooms across from one another. And the other 6 rooms, the doors are open.
Open and empty, as in there are
Empty,
no
yeah.
other travelers here?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Curtis will note that quietly and then make his way downstairs. And yeah, they're not hiding, but they were probably a little bit behind Bream and Ansel.
Cool. So, you were a little bit behind Ansel. Ansel, go ahead and roll perception for me real quick. It's
Okay.
like DC 10, you know?
14.
14? Yeah. It takes maybe 2 minutes or so, but you hear Curtis. Yeah.
I turn to Curtis. Bream wants to go somewhere. Where's Kyrene?
Upstairs, resting.
Looks at Curtis. Know that Kyrene is upstairs by themselves.
What's wrong with that?
I was
I'm
saying
just a
so
little
much.
guy.
If they're right behind me and it's like a conversation within earshot, Bream's just gonna turn and go, "Hey, here's what Maria's family is right across the street. I say we give ourselves an hour or two, rest up, get on our feet, get ourselves together, and we head out with this next part."
Meet back up at mine Kyrie rooms in an hour.
Make it 2.
2 hours it is. Don't be late.
And
Can
it's
I talk
going
to
to
the Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna just Ansel is like hearing out to talk and just looks at the lady, like the inn lady, and asks, "Has anything changed?"
You see this lady, this Fey woman. She goes, that's all life is. Change.
So when we looks to Bream and Curtis, you're not celebrating the death of something.
Oh no. We're celebrating the life of everything.
I think Ansel looks like frowns and
I think Bream will step
says,
in here and put his hand on Ansel's whatever body part is closest. In this height scenario, that is a comforting.
you could I'm okay, I'll just say I am standing on all fours, and when they say that, I look to Bream and says, "Then what was the point? What was the point of this if they're celebrating something else?"
We're not here for them. They have their own lives, their own
But
things.
she lost her life. What is the point, Bream? What was the point if they're not celebrating what we did? What was the point? I think what
Bream hesitates. Bream struggles. Bream cannot answer this question because Bream doesn't see the. He he agrees with you. He cannot agree with you because Bream just can't agree with you. He can't bring himself to tell you that the point is that we're here. He
do
can't.
you say that out loud?
He can't. There's a hesitation. You clearly see in Bream as he is trying to say the right thing
Mm-hmm.
and can only just give you a reassuring hand.
I think when you try to put that reassuring hand on their shoulders, they push it off and just says to you, "I'm just gonna go hang out with Kyrene for now."
In this moment, the three of you give me a perception check, please.
Does it help at all that I have scrutinous, which increases my passive perception by a +5?
What would your passive perception be?
It would
Oh
be a
my
26
god!
We
total.
had an intense moment right
So
there.
You
I got a
rocked
16.
me! You rocked my dice!
oh damn. Okay.
I
This
got
is
a nat 1.
poetic.
You rocked my dice.
Here's what happens. In this moment of heightened tension, and you see this blank faced Fey woman regarding the three of you with abject neutrality. And the Bream and Ansel, you're having this moment of tension and frustration. Curtis, you happen to see through the windows a flash of green and yellow coiled dreads. And you turn to regard it for just a moment. You see it out of the corner of your eye. And you see the golden circular framed glasses, the sun reflecting off of it as it sets. And you recognize this person as Maria, fully healed, no blood, smiling as she walks beside the person next to her who she's talking to. You see that she is bound. Her hands are bound by green, like handcuffs made of leaf almost, and pinned at the center of her dress is this eidolon blossom. And she walks in between two people who are holding onto her shoulders and quietly singing a song. Now, when they start singing, that's when you, Ansel, that's when you notice this person, this Maria. And you see her through the windows too far to be heard. I mean, too far to like hear you, but close enough that you can hear them. And you see them walking her toward the center of the town, towards where that ceremonial pyre is. And Curtis, you were not Curtis, sorry. Bream, you are the last person to notice. And the only thing you see is the back of Mariah's head through the open door as someone else comes in.
Bring runs.
Okay.
Ansel's like, Maria? And just runs after too, like all on all fours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had a goes right
Curtis,
past that lady, I want to like bully right through it.
You know, I'm knocking this lady over.
Yeah, tumble. I want her to tumble.
So as the three of you, sorry, Curtis, how are you reacting to this? My bad.
I think, yeah, so we see her like through the
Through the
window,
windows of the
yeah?
tavern, yeah.
Cool. I think, yeah, Curtis is immediately going, right? Like maybe through the window if that's faster, or like if it's like just like a shutter and like no glass, then
Mhm.
like Curtis is like just like going through. Like bonus action, like cunning action dash.
Yeah.
And I think we'll like try and like you let me know, is like our room, right? The window of like our room, like
Mhm.
mine, Kyrie's room. Like, is it like at the same like facing of like the wall where like we are exiting out of the tavern?
Yes. Yes, y'all's room
Cool.
is.
Curtis, without looking, you just go like throw a dagger, the one with the returning charm, like through the window and shut Kyrene.
Screaming. Kyrene's like, you just see Kyrene like laying on the bed, staring at the ceiling, vacant eyes, and then a fucking. I imagine it chips the fucking glass, like it sticks in the glass for a second.
Yeah, it goes ding ding ding, and you hear it like break into the glass a little bit.
Kyrene fucking jumps and sits up, hears their name, and they're like,
We haven't been
just
gone 5
got
minutes.
here.
We haven't
Like
been
literally, we
gone 5
just got here. I
minutes.
just left them alone. Like looks out of the window, fucking, and is like, coming. And Misty steps beside Curtis.
Hey, you should have left.
You
You let
also-
Ansel in there. You should have let
You-
Ansel in there.
I
You
said I was
also
going to
see
get us
the
into
back.
trouble.
You also see the
Truly,
back of
truly.
Mariah's head as she is walking between this singing procession heading
Cool.
toward the
I have to roll.
center of the town.
I have
And
to roll a
that
save real quick.
is actually where we're going to call our session.
I hate you.
So neat.
Oh lordy, oh
Love you,
lordy.
babe.
Oh lordy.
Building up a eulogy, trying to figure out what we'll say at the ceremony, how we'll talk about her life and how what she meant to us.
Screaming.
Can't look like we gotta go talk to
Gotcha.
parents. We have to go talk to
Honey,
family.
We have in
You have to
before
go
we
meet
discovered
your
that Maria
in-laws.
does have like a twin sibling who is just like, vibing.
I'm trying to
Right?
I'm trying to give Kyrie the blessing. Hey, 2 hours. Take your time. Dude, I gotta give
You
it.
know?
Listen, we don't have 5 minutes. We were left alone for 5 minutes.
Not
We've
at
been in town for
all.
10 minutes.
We firing on
Literally.
all
Already
cylinders,
some bullshit.
babes.
Me and
Okay.
Ans were gonna go to a forge. We were gonna go just dick out around town.
that whole conversation, I don't know if Ansel want to go with you because
Okay, well,
wow.
here. In
Well, listen, there's no point. There's no point to death. All right. Curtis cutting in.
Okay, so with all of this in mind, I want to thank all of you for joining us for our very first edition of Husk. I want to go around and allow my incredible cast to introduce themselves, and we will talk more after that. So I'm actually going to start with Blueberry this time, and you can popcorn it from there.
Okay. Hi. I had the absolute delight of playing Kyrene this evening. My sweet little chaos sorcerer. You can find me in the internet streets as King V, and that's King with the Y. I'm on Blue Sky, baby. I live there. And like sometimes am on Instagram. Other than that, I mean, by the time this comes out, you can be looking forward to the Jelly Ghouls Studios expansion of Can You Host, which is a TTRPG about messy ass queers hooking up in a bar. So you should check that out. And I'm gonna popcorn it to Duck.
Hey, what's going on? It's everybody's best friend, Duck, in the building. I had the phenomenal pleasure of playing everybody's favorite sad boy, Brain. Will he find his heart again? Who knows? You can find me anywhere, everywhere at Bad Disco Duck. If you want to come in through, hang out on some streams, you can find me at twitch.tv/the Duck43 Show. Every time you spell duck, it is with 2 C's. DUCC. It has been phenomenal to be a part of this evening. I'll pass it over to Satine.
Hello, I'm Sateenbonnet. I don't know why I'm saying like this. Pronouns my name and none. And I had the honor to, play the big sad boy. With an I, Ansel, their pronouns it, they, she. You can find me on Blue Skies yapping it up at some random time of night. At my same name, Sateenbonnet. And by the time this comes out, BIPOC Vampire Day should have happened. So go ahead and watch that because I know that's gonna be good. And I'm gonna go ahead and popcorn it to Apple.
Hi, y'all. It's Apelegeuse. Apelegeuse spelled like Beetlejuice. If you know, you know. I am primarily right here on Batty Bards. That is where my undivided attention currently resides. I'm a little bit on TikTok and maybe on social media soon if I can work up the account to do it for. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, this has been a phenomenal time. And I'll popcorn it over towards our amazing, fantastical, lyrical, miracle, amazing DM, Alix.
Well, thank you, darling. Hey, howdy, hi, y'all. I am Alix. I use they, them pronouns. I have been your game master for this evening, and I wanted to let you know that if you're interested in this story and you want to see the next episode, fret not. You can see it tomorrow, or next week. Yeah, next week. Yep, there we go. Next Friday. I know days of the week. Look at me go, y'all. Okay, so you can watch the next episode next Friday, and we will see you again then. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Friday. Bye. Thank you to Kobold Press for sponsoring Husk. If you want to try Tales of the Valiant or the Labyrinth World Book for yourself, check out the QR code on the screen to get your own copy. Thank you for watching.